I'm Tom Brokaw, and you've got the 25th anniversary of the Challenger explosion. The day of the Challenger explosion is one that I'll never forget for a variety of reasons. I was at the White House actually getting a briefing on the President's State of the Union message that night. We were there waiting the President's arrival at a luncheon table. When Pat Buchanan was handed a note, he left the table hurriedly, came back in and handed another note to the White House Chief of Staff, who read, "There's been a problem with the Challenger. It has blown up after it left the launch pad." Peter Jennings and I were there, and we knocked over most of the furniture in that room trying to get out. I ran into the press office where I could see it on the screen, trying to make sense of what we were watching, and ran out onto Pennsylvania Avenue into the middle of the street and flagged down a taxi cab. And as I was driving out to the Bureau, I suddenly remembered that a friend of mine, Judy Resnick, was a member of that crew. She had been one of my early astronaut experts. And when it occurred to me that she was on this flight, you know, it was very hard for me to set those emotions aside and get on with the job that I had to do of telling the country what was going on. It was always risky going into space. We'd had other astronauts lose their lives on the pad, but we never had anything quite like this. I think that the Challenger explosion made us think twice again about technology and the possibilities of failure. I love the romance and the adventure of a manned space program. But if you want to get the best scientific return for your buck, it's probably best to send these unmanned missions deep into space. We need to go on to the next step. And the Challenger explosion made me think more carefully about that.